Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to the Mary D Talk Show on this beautiful Monday. It's gorgeous. It's not too hot. You know what I mean? Those of you in Southern California, we've been running 100 and more for a couple of weeks, except this weekend. It was cooler. So it's all, but to me, every Monday's beautiful. Welcome, welcome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mary D. Welch, and you are here at the Mary D Talk Show to hear. So I'm telling you, you have a fabulous guest that you're going to be hearing today. I'm really excited about having her on the show. I like to first thank my husband, the number one fan of the Mary D Show. Hi, babe. His name is Oliver. I know you guys say, "Who is this Oliver that you never see?" Oliver is there. I promise you, he is. He's you may not see him, but he is. I like to also thank our replay viewers and our live viewers. Those of you watching the show live, thank you, thank you. Those of you that haven't already, if you would go to YouTube and you would like and subscribe to the show, that is always helping the logarithms and all that fun stuff that I don't really understand, but that's what it helps. It helps that with the show. So if you would go there and like the show and subscribe to the show, have your friends, family, coworkers do the same, it makes a difference. So just know that it is definitely appreciated when you do those kind of things. I wanted to also add, I haven't talked about this for a little while, but I want to add um, to, before I go into our books, let me also thank our sponsors for today's show. Our sponsors for today's show are the Idea Club, and that is Dumas Martin Jr., the president of the Idea Club. If you're looking to have a nonprofit, a 501c3, a C Corp, or an S Corp, you want to go and talk to Dumas. And you go and read, the way you reach Dumas is go to theideaclub.com and you can reach Dumas there. And he can help you with that. If you are looking, those of you are looking to write a book, or you already have a book, let's say you already have a book, and you don't know what to do with it, and you like to get it published. My husband and I own a publishing company called Front Page Publishing. But if you're looking to write a book, you want to go to First Book Academy. First Book Academy is where I work with you and teach you how to get your book together, organize it, edit it, all that fun stuff you get to do. That's at First Book Academy. We also have, as a sponsor for the show, the Henderson Real Estate Team. If you're looking to purchase your home, if you're looking to sell your home, you want to contact this dynamic duo couple. When I tell you, I get so proud of this couple. They are young and energetic and enthusiastic. They can help you, whatever the need is in real estate, they can help you with that. So you want to definitely talk to them, and I can help you with that. Also, let's say you want to know, you are interested in giving to a nonprofit, and you've been wondering, just, who should I donate to? There's a nonprofit. It's called Main Ambition. Now, Main Ambition, what is it? Main Ambition is to help students that are currently struggling in school, provide them with a mentor, and get them over that finish line where they graduate. Now, for some of us, or a lot of us, we've already graduated, that kind of thing, but graduating from high school, if you're less than a 2.0, the chances are you are not going to make it. Not only that are you not going to make it, it really increases that you're going to drop out. So those of you that are interested in supporting a 501c3 nonprofit, it is called Main Ambition. You can go to mainambition.com and see the website. You can make donations. It is 100% tax deductible. You are helping our youth. You're helping our youth. And having a mentor there to make is huge. It does make a difference. Don't think you're like, oh, what difference can that make? In a young person's life, having an adult there, you may think, oh, but they all have family, this kind of thing. It's not that. It's not that somebody may not have children or have parents. Many times, teenagers want to talk to a neutral person and want to have that neutral support, not parental support, not somebody that's family, anything like that. They want a neutral person. That's why where Main Ambition comes in, to help that young person get across that finish line. The reason Main Ambition is so important, if you graduate from high school, you're less likely to become involved in negativity. It can be gangs, it can be jail, any of those negativity things. That's why we want to get as many kids high school graduated as possible. All righty. Now, let me also share with you The book, and I've shared this before, but I'm gonna share it again. I call this young lady. I don't even know how to tell you how proud I am of her. This book, From the Ashes I Rise, and Minnie, I think I showed it to you before. What I love about it is because this is her story. There are pictures in here. It's talking about her life. We think that we know hardship. We think we know it. But when you talk to people like Dr. Henry, you hear their story and how their family was burnt. Here they were just living their life. Their family were entrepreneurs and they were burnt out not once, but twice by the Ku Klux Klan for just being who they are, just trying to survive. And this is something she lived. This is not something she could just talk about. And I say that because sometimes we think these stories are they're just getting lost. This is something to be honored and revered. You can go to Amazon and get your copy. Dr. Mildred Dalton Henry. This is her book. This is her life. And I'm going to tell you, as you can see, I already have my copy, but you can't have mine because I have mine. Mine is autographed. So keep in mind, get your copy right there on Amazon. So I just wanted to make sure I shared that with you. Many of you know of the other books I'm going to show really quickly. This one, Say No Nicely. This is, to this day, ladies and gentlemen, I know so this is hard for me to believe, but I'm the one that checks. Of every book that I've written, this is the number one selling book. Best selling book on Amazon, number one book. It still is for me. And I look at that, even with all the children's books, this is still number one. Say no nicely. And I know some people say, well, I know how to say no. We all know how to say it. The question is, do we say it? And not only that, but many times we don't say it because we don't want to hurt people's feelings. That's why we don't say it. So that's been my take on it. So that's really important too. For me, I just want to remind you that this is transformations. Now this is, I mean, there's 13 authors on here, and we are all in here. I have a poem in here. I think I have a couple of poems in here, but they're short stories. This is such a powerful book. Powerful book. Unfortunately, we actually have the writings from a young man. He is no longer with us, but his mother was gracious enough to send one of his writings in, and he's involved in the book also. I'm saying that to say this is how your legacy lives on, is in your writings. So that's why this is important, and why I stress it. And many of you know I'm definite when it comes to writing. I probably push it to the nth degree, but I just feel like, you know what? This is where it is to me. This is how we share our thoughts, ideas, that kind of thing. And that's why and I will be coming. The next one is called, is it Reflections? I can't remember. I think it's Reflections. It's the next one. And so you'll see me talk about that. And those of you interested in signing up, and you can be in the next one. Ta-da! It's right here. And really quickly, I'll show you a couple of the famous children's book. This is Peyton the Pink Whale with the Yellow Tail, and Justin Lost a Tooth. Those are two. I have, right, I think it's five, but I don't want to go into all that. I just wanted to just kind of remind you, you never know. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to read, if I'm going to read a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it, because this lady, when I tell you she is a powerhouse, this lady is a powerhouse, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to read some of her bio. Those of you that are on the email list, if you're not on the email list, you go to marydwelch.com and you can join the email list. And if you are on the email list, you should be getting emails about who's coming on the show. You'll get their bio. You get everything else prior to the show. But I want to read to you about this lady because I'm just so impressed with her. And believe it or not, we only met a few weeks ago, and it was instant connection. Her name is Miss. It really as they say, her government name. That's what they say. Her name is Meeshya Scoggins, but she's better known as Miss Harmony, the Queen Hustleete, which I just love that name. She's a single mom of a beautiful 19-year-old daughter, a college student to whom she devotes all her time by day and is an entrepreneur by night. Miss Harmony is very well known in the community of Riverside, California, where she is a business banking consultant for a well-known financial institution and has a reputation of being extremely professional, friendly, and possess a dynamite personality. Miss The multifaceted Miss Harmony has worked in the industry of stage productions and live radio. In October of 2007 till May of 2011, Miss Harmony wasn't only the co-host for the infamous show called Sunset and Gumbo, but also became known for her very funny and interesting segment called Harmony's Passion Tips, which has helped to find passion in their sex lives in all areas of life. From December of 2010 to May of 2013, Miss Harmony started a very own radio show with her co-host on Until Harmony Lived. I hope I said that right, Harmony. And continued to engage listeners with her segment Harmony's Passion Tips. In August of 2011, Miss Harmony took another passion by gracing the stage, making her acting debut in a play called Neighborhood Watch as Sister Baby, which received rave reviews. September of 2012 to the present, Miss Harmony was handpicked by Candy Burrs and her staff to become a beta bedroom candy consultant for bedroom candy boutique parties. She was one of the first 200 women to be selected out of 27,000 that applied. Miss Harmony in 2014 became the CEO and founder of her company entitled Hustleete Enterprise International LLC, a company that encourages women to create their own lane through entrepreneurship. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a little bit more to read about Miss Harmony, but I'm going to let her tell you about it because when I tell you you're in for a treat today, believe me, you are. I'd like for you to welcome to the show Miss Harmony or Miss Queen Hustleete. Say, are you there?
I'm here. Hello.
Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm reading it and I'm just like enthralled because it's
It's a
not just
lot.
so much. It's interesting. It's interesting. Oh, I lost Miss Harmony. I think she's coming back.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how to turn my phone off to not get calls while
Oh,
I'm here. I don't
that's
know.
okay.
I'm not used to all this fame.
That's okay. That's but I will tell you.
I
I
didn't tell
was
my fans don't call me during this time, so I didn't pre-warn them of that.
you didn't tell him that.
I didn't tell them. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm busy. I'm getting interviewed by the Mary Welch Show. I don't even understand why you even bother me right now, but okay.
Well, I would tell. We would like to welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. As I mentioned earlier, we've only met about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been a short period of time,
It's
like
short, but
instant.
it was literally instant. And
Yes,
so many of you know, I have a son that's incarcerated, and I was at the visiting him, and I just said hello, I think,
yeah,
and that was it.
yes. That was it.
That was
We
it.
stand out there with the flies, and we just started talking.
And then from then it's been I mean I've even mentioned this to you, a divine connection. A
Hmm.
divine connection. You
Hmm.
are a bundle of energy, and from that one meeting I was just so impressed, so
Thank
impressed.
you.
I mean that. And I think I said right then, would you mind being a guest on the show? And you're like, oh, what do I need to do? What?
Like, are you serious? See, I love you. Know what it is because you're a person like me. I'm one of those. Let's not make a plan for 6 months from now. If I ask you to do, I want. When I had my radio show, that's how it was. How I met Until you mentioned her in my bio. She's became one of my best friends. She was an. I met her in the banking, and the craziest thing was she told me, "Oh, I'm an author, and I'm do poetry," and I was like, "Oh, that's beautiful. I want to hear a poem. I mean, like right now." And she did this poem for me. She would be somebody amazing that you should interview. She did this poem for me called Coca Cola. She wrote a poem about Coca Cola. Girl, when I was done listening to this poem, I was like, "Ugh, my throat is dry. I need some Coca Cola." I was like, "Girl," and I just loved her personality, and she was really like, "Oh, well, that's so nice," because I was opening up her LLC account,
Wow.
and from there, I was like, "I have a radio show. I would love to interview you." And then she's like, "Oh, that'd be nice." Like she was trying to push me off. I was like, "No, I need your availability because I really want to interview you." And the
Wow.
funniest thing was, she didn't think I was. She said, "I've never had someone that's so serious." Like when I'm
Yeah.
like, "No," because if we make a plan from 6 months from now, it's not going to happen. And when I
Right.
really like you and I connect with you, that's the type of person I am. So I basically was like, "No, let's get you scheduled." and I got her schedule. She came into the show all the way down in at that time we recorded in Hollywood, and the fans loved her. Like they were like,
Wow.
"Who is this girl?"
Wow.
And from that on, she actually got a spot on had a segment on our show, and then me and her just became best of friends, and then we started the Until in Harmony live show, where it took off from there.
You just you don't know, and this is a good example of really you don't know who you're talking to. That's
No,
really what it is. And I think sometimes we judge people by what they look like or with this whatever. And the truth is you shouldn't.
no,
You really should.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I always feel in my life, I don't meet anybody by chance.
Yeah.
I've realized that. I really don't connect with somebody by chance. I never know exactly what I'm going to do with you,
Right.
but I know you need to be in my life for a reason. And sometimes it may be just a short period of time that you're in my life or a long period of time. But
Right.
I connect when I connect with someone, I just connect. I don't connect with everybody because somebody be like, well, I'm going to go ahead and put you back over there behind the line at the end of the line because
Yeah.
you're a little different. But,
Right. Right. Right.
but I know
I
the
mean,
ones that our spirits are the same. And that's
right.
the ones I connect with.
I really do think that's the key because
Yeah.
if you don't, if it's something feeling not right, we don't tend to go. I don't tend to go in that direction.
No.
If I
No.
start getting a negative
Yeah.
from you,
Yeah.
and now you know what I noticed in me, I actually get ill. Now I'm surprised. From negative energy.
Yeah.
I'm getting
I don't
like
like negative energy. I need it to be away from me. No, no. No. Beat it. I start see if I see the number pop up on my phone. I'm telling you, I'm so good. I'm telling you, I'm not good, but I'm so I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I put notes in my phone about everybody that I know.
uh-huh.
So especially if I meet you and I don't know you, I put a note so I remember how I met you.
Yes.
But
Yes.
like if I really don't want to talk to you, I'm gonna put your name and I'll put do not answer because I already know you did something to me to not even want to waste my energy talking
What?
to you. But I gave you my number, so I do not answer. So when it pop up, I'll be like, oh yes, I'm not answering that call because my time is valuable and
It
my
is.
energy. I can't have energy suckers. Like, no, I'm just
I'm
not.
just
Especially
listening
that's
to
what
you
it's all
like,
about to me.
wow.
Huh?
You're so funny. No, okay. This what to me then because like you said, it's one thing you can never get back, and that's this time. I don't
No,
care what it is.
no.
And you want to give it to positive people. That's really what it is. So
Yes.
but I must be okay because you answer when I call. So
Yes, you were okay, Mary. You made it past. You didn't get the do not call on your name. You
I,
know?
that's why I'm laughing. I said because she answered. That's good. That's good.
I was even remember we exchanged numbers and then you called me and I accidentally deleted your message and I was like, oh my god! So then I had to go through people to people to people. We had to play Connect Four, and I was like, please get her number for me because I don't want you to feel like oh she just ignore me. I don't want to see you the next time and you be like, dang girl, you just didn't even do that. I didn't want to have that energy because that's not how I felt. And I
No,
was
no,
like,
no.
okay, and I kept bugging him every day. Like, did you get the number? Did you get the He was like, call her. I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I had to know people to know people to know people to get your number again.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah,
But you know what that means. You really did want to make that connection.
exactly. I did. Because
Yes.
I have met a few people there in the same space and gave me their number and I still haven't called them.
Oh.
I've never gave them mine. They give me theirs twice or 3 times and I'm like, no.
I didn't know. I don't know anything about. All I know
I just be
is
like, no. But you're nice.
something's not gelling.
Nah, it didn't gel. It didn't gel. And then the more you talk to somebody, you be like, yeah, you seem a little shady. I don't know if I need any dealings with you on any level, but thank you. Nice talking to you here. We'll see you next time because I'm looking at your kid.
But I will tell you. Well, let me just say this to you. You're on your the Queen Hustleete. Where did you get that from? I think that is such a unique name.
So you know what? The funniest thing about Hustleete. So back in 2014, I was going through a phase where I didn't have a job, right? I was raising my daughter. I'm a single mom. And everybody always tell me, God, you a hustler. You're a hustler. You're a hustler. What you doing now? What you ain't doing? And I was like, And honestly, somebody called me a hustleette one day. And I was like,
Wow.
Hustleette. So I started coining it. And then I'm telling you, it was like God literally, I'm telling you, and I tell this story to anyone. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
single mom. I had no money. And I literally started a business, an LLC, and everything with Hustleette Enterprises all in one day and created my first 5 t-shirts. I just said God literally planted it all into me that one day. I didn't stop. I literally set up a website. I got the LLC. I started designing shirts. I never had designed anything of such. But
Wow.
that's where I became the Queen Hustleette. And because Hustleette is what the meaning of Hustleette is, a woman of action not afraid to get out of her way and create her own lane. And I am a woman that is all about creating my own lane. I don't let anyone tell me I can't do something. I'm like, no, I may not be able to do it right now,
Right.
but tomorrow I'll be back. Don't
Right.
worry,
Right.
you'll see me. I'll be up there with you. I'll be standing on that stage with you one day. Believe that. And
I
I
love it.
create my own lane all the time, and so that's where really it just became like Harmony just became me. It was birthed through radio, and then Hustleette. So now I'm the Miss Harmony, the Queen Hustleette. Like because whatever I put in this little brain, I'm just gonna try it, even if it fails. Oh well, I'm a fail. Look at what Elon Musk. How many businesses he failed out before he kept till he
Yeah.
created
But,
something that's really going somewhere. A lot of creative people are like that. So
yeah. We were talking about
creative.
that earlier. We said about creatives because I was telling you how I go from one thing. I have to literally force myself to stay focused on something.
Oh,
And it's hard for me. It
we
really
twin
is.
sisters on that. I'm telling you. That's why we
Oh,
sisters. We
yeah.
twins. Telling you.
And I would tell we gonna have to work on that because I just really
Yes.
like I said that hustleette theme is something about that just resonates in me. But at the same time I would tell you your background in banking, your all of this. I think you started a divas group
Yes.
uh, for
Diamond Divas.
what's the name of it?
Is
Diamond
Diamond
Divas.
Divas Sisterhood Club.
Okay, you want to
Yeah.
tell our audience about that?
So what the Diamond Diva Sisterhood Club is actually a new club that me and a couple of my girlfriends like last year we were just out at this really nice little restaurant in Riverside, and we were just talking because this is the thing, we all have friends that we grew up with. We have people that we know. I know a lot of people, believe me, I know a lot of people, but I can't consider everyone my sister or my friend. And sometimes I be wanting to do things like, let's say I want to go to a play
Hmm.
and I go to my quote unquote friends, the ones that's my core group, and they never can go nowhere. Oh, I'm broke, or I don't have this, or it's just okay, that gets lame. So me and my girlfriends was like, why don't we create something where we can have a sisterhood to
Hmm.
where if you have those things you want to do, like go out to a movie and you really don't have no one to go with, you have a spouse, but maybe you don't want to do it with a spouse, you just want some girl time. You
Right.
have this sisterhood
I
that's
love it.
created for that.
Yes.
So that was birthed last year, actually in November. We had our very first event was the Friendsgiving. Went up to, I think it's the Apple Farm in Yucaipa, somewhere like, I don't remember the exact location. I forgot, it was Oak Glen, I think that's what it's called.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I was surprised how many ladies actually showed up to something they didn't know nothing about. And
Oh,
that's where the real Diamond Diva Sisterhood was founded. I'm the president. And I have my vice president, which is, her name is Melissa Yander. She is my vice president. And you know what? We've been divas on the move ever since we started. We do something
wow.
every single month. We have a lot going on right now. We just went to Napa last month. That was our first getaway. And
Okay.
they say you don't know somebody until you travel with them. That is the truth. That's the truth, the truth, the truth.
I love
Um,
it. I love it.
but I can honestly say from that core group of us that went, it was only 11 of us, but we were the ones that needed to be there. I mean, we cried together, we laughed together, we drank a lot of wine together, but we had such an amazing sisterhood time. We even played Family Feud at the pool, okay? And got all the people at the hotel was
Oh,
trying to get in on our Family Feud teams, okay? So we was like, who are you? Why are you trying to come in? This ain't phone a friend. You can't be answering all our questions. We already in competition,
wow.
you know. But
Oh,
I'm loving the sisterhood, and we all support each other. Like we have a sister that's she is coming out with a book. She has what is it called? MS,
Mhm.
and she's had um a surgery that she went through. She actually went to Russia for like stem cell, and now she's writing this. She wrote a book about her story, and she's on her book in November. And I was like, the sisters is like, we're gonna be there. We're definitely gonna be there to support you
Um,
on that. So that's what we're about. We're really about friendship, sisterhood, and just being there for one another, even for the good and the bad.
right.
So we
That is
just stay
beautiful.
active. Yes, that's what Diamond
Beautiful.
Diva Sisterhood Club is. It's a
All
lot
right.
of Diamond Diva Sisterhoods on Facebook. So if anybody wants to join us, you got to look up Diamond Diva Sisterhood Club. Keyword is club in there because if not, you won't find us.
All right. We have a comment from one of our audience members, and this is my cousin Gwen. Hi, Gwen. She said,
Hi.
"Hello, Mary. Welcome, Miss Queen."
Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I tell you, Gwen, she's been here literally since the first show, and she has
Wow.
been so supportive. She's there. Richard, he'll probably be coming in. There's a group, it's like five that they come to every show. Without them, it feels like it's not a show if they're not there. So
The support is amazing. And
it
when you get
is.
5, then 100, then 300, I'm telling you, my biggest show I ever did was, whoa, I was like, wow, we had over 300 people one time. I thought we was big time. We was ready for Sirius XM. Okay. I was like, oh no, these need to see these numbers. We
I
ready for
love
Sirius XM.
I love it. I love it. And you know what? The people on Sirius, what do they do? Anything different than you do? No.
Nothing. So I was like, I'm ready for them. Them are my numbers. It's funny because when I got into radio, it wasn't something that I had always thought about it. Like, yeah, that'd be something to do.
Right.
But when I rolled into it by accident, I'm telling you, I just get into things by accident sometimes, not even really trying to do it. And when I got offered to just come sit in on the show, I was just sitting in, not saying anything. And then I didn't know that the host of the show had put me on mic and I was just talking, and that's where Miss
Wow.
Harmony was birthed, because they was like, who is that girl? And what I just love her voice and she needs to be on here. And I'm like, y'all
Wow.
playing games. Y'all are playing games with my life. And it went from that to being on the show to doing red carpet. And it brought on a lot of opportunity for me. So
Good.
I guess I come into my whole Sasha Fierce. Miss Harmony is my Sasha Fierce. I am.
But I'll tell you, when you told me your name was Harmony, I never ever thought, I thought that was your birth name. When you said that,
Yes.
I never thought anything different until you told me. When you
Yeah, because I live by it. That's my preferred name. When I go for a job, I put Harmony on that. No, I want you to call me Harmony, Miss Harmony, exactly. But no, but I give them my birth name after we get through the I can't think. Like when we get down to the nitty and the gritty about the money, then
right.
I give you my actual credentials, because I need that paycheck to go on my Isha name. Harmony don't have. Harmony is just the talents, okay?
Right.
I would need that
Right.
check to run into my business.
Because I need to be able to cash that.
That I want to be able to cash. Please don't make no check out to Miss Harmony, because then I'm gonna have to turn Harmony to a whole entity, and it's gonna take too long for me to get my check. So we gonna run Miss. And it works. I'm telling you. I just gave someone a tip the other day. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, when y'all look for a job now, you gotta get a little crafty with how you look for jobs, especially as a Black woman. I'm being honest, and this is just no pun against no one, but I literally started putting on whites because I identify, right. I can identify whoever I want to. I know I'm a Black woman. I am a strong Black woman, but on that application, I am whites, and my name on there is Harmony. And when I go for that interview, I am Harmony. Until you offer me a job, I am going to stay as Harmony, the white woman. When I give you that driver's license, it's going to say Maisha, the Black woman. But I identify as
you get through. You know why? You know what I know? It gets you in the door.
It gets you. I put it to the test, and because I didn't think it really would work, I started getting a lot more callbacks, a lot more HR interviews.
Wow.
And this is who I can identify as. If I want to identify as an alien, who are you to tell me I'm not an alien?
Wow. I never thought of that.
Yeah, and I just told my sister-in-law to do it. I was like, girl, change your name and put a name that's, a little bit more softer than Keisha, because Keisha ain't getting you nowhere. You're gonna need to change your name and identify. When it asks you what you identify, I identify as white, and that's it. I mean, if we had a whole white woman that pretended to be black, and I said she identified as black.
She said she sure did.
Why can't I do it?
Wasn't she the president or something of?
Yeah, she got way far. I forgot her name right now. It'll come to me, but I remember I was like, that is a white woman. But she said she identified as a black woman. So I'm a black woman, and I'm going to identify for this job for corporate America as a white woman. I got blonde hair. All right.
You said you go. I'm in. I'm in.
Look, I got these curly cues blonde in my hair.
But I will bet once you get in, you're gonna get that job.
Oh yeah, because I'm like, so you're gonna hire me for the personality and the person that I am, not by the color of my skin and who you thought I was. No, I am highly qualified for this position, and I expect nothing less than you to give me the job. I just got a job the other day, and they were like, "We love you." I was like, "I love you too." And then I tell you, I was rejecting this job.
You are too. You know what it is. I'm listening to you because it makes too much sense. It makes too much sense, and I know it's got to work, because I know when people look at applications, if it says Jaquan and all, they automatically gonna go, they gonna like it or not. That's just the world.
I just don't like the way that the job market is, where they judge you based off of a algorithm. Like, come on now. So now we got to go in here and start lying on our resume and say that we have all these keywords, and just to get someone to even talk to you. Do you know, a few years ago, I kid you not, there's one big company. Ironically, I started working for them years later. Funny story, right? They actually recruited me. But when I was trying to work for them, I took all these tests. I did everything. I mean, and these tests were long. Like, we're talking about hour-long tests.
Right.
Interview. So I got to the point where I said, I'm taking so many tests, I need to send them a bill. You need to pay me for the time that I'm taking these tests and I'm passing these tests. Because everyone is, I passed it. Then I hear nothing. Crickets.
Right.
Nothing.
Wow.
It's so.
Was your name Aisha or Harmony on that?
Yeah, that was Meeshya. See what I'm saying? When I changed, the game changed. And ironically, as Harmony, they recruited me. And I ended up working for them. I got a whole license up under them. I'm a licensed insurance agent because of them. They recruited me. But I was Harmony. That is
really a story. Yeah, but it makes you wonder, why is it that important when applying for a job anyway?
Exactly. I personally, there's so many qualified people for jobs, and they miss out on quality people because they're going off of an algorithm, and they end up getting these wackos that come work for them, and they last 6 months. Because I've noticed on the job boards, a job that I saw today, and then it says it's filled, and then I'm like, oh, it's 2 months later, they got the same position open. Why? Because you hired an algorithm. You didn't hire a real person. So when they come in and interview and give you the quality that you need, because basically they lie on their resume. So it's like, you're going to force us to become liars. Yeah, that comes back and hunts you down later. So I don't want to lie and say I have all this experience and I can run all these reports, and then I'm dumb as rocks, and I get there on my first day and be like, oh, you want me to do what?
Yeah.
But I said, but and they'll remind you, remember when we did your interview, you said you had all this experience and run these operating systems, and you'd be like, hold that thought. Let me go over here and Google this real quick. Let me see what AI tells me. How do I do such and such and such and such?
No. See, when you go in there, you got to know what you're talking about. You got to know what you're doing.
Exactly.
And if you don't know, you don't need to be there.
No, and that's what the job market is forcing people to do now, because I know so many people that are looking for a job, and they literally are now just making up stuff on their resume. Literally making up stuff. Saying you have degrees that you don't have, just so you can get a job.
Well, I tell you, Gwen said, that's funny, Harmony. The white woman until you get that job offer.
I'm trying to amen to that, girl. I'm telling you, anybody better try it. And when you get that driver's license, that's when you see I am a black woman. I identify as black now.
but going in, I'm just at because I'm thinking how many jobs did I? Well, I don't think Mary mattered. Mary is one of neutrals, a neutral
It's
name,
a neutral name, yes. It's
and
the
so
Maishas, the Lakeishas, the Laquishas, the
right,
yeah,
the
those and Dante and
the
Devanche and all of them.
Laquans, all of
Yes,
those kind of names. Yeah,
yes,
I think your those are automatically considered cultural names.
yes. It's
In that
unfortunate.
it is unfortunate, but
Yes.
then just hearing you, there's somebody listening to this that probably has one of those names, and now you're saying you might want to try this to get over that hump, to get the
Yeah.
interview, to get
Yeah,
the interview.
because you're saying that this is my preferred name. So there you're not lying. This is my preferred name because even once I am hired, Maisha's on paperwork because that's where the check come. The IRS gotta hurt Maisha. But
That's
Harmony
true.
don't have an IRS profile. So my email could be my email at work is Harmony's in my email. That's my email.
Wow,
Yeah,
I
Harmony
love
dot
it.
Scoggins because that's the name that I prefer.
Right.
But then that's why people have. It's so funny though to get people confused at work because they be like, they'll see some things that say Maisha on it, and they'll see some things that say Harmony. They're like, "Are you the same person?" I'm like, "Yes, depends on what day it is." Harmony is who you would really love to know. Maisha might tell you about yourself. Harmony will take a little bit more stuff off you before she tell you about yourself.
I love it. I know too. You actually were telling me. I didn't get. I was trying to look it up before the show. I didn't get a chance to look it up, and it was on Instagram a post that went viral. What about you were telling me about that?
Oh, the TikTok post. I did well, I actually, this white lady, it's on my TikTok. So anybody want to follow me on TikTok, I just posted it. I did a duet. My TikTok is the number one Queen Hustleete, Queen, and then Hustleete, Hustlettete. So this white lady, oh boy, she was giving it up about our ex-president, and it was all facts. She was like, we knew who he was before we put him in office. Like
Yeah.
we knew that he was a narcissistic sociopath with bad business dealings. And she said we should have knew when he was talking about grabbing girls by the pee, and it was okay. And I was like, this woman is talking straight. I'm like, I'm glad it came from her and not
Yeah.
me, because it would be a lot more slander. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I got people commenting up under there. They was like, I love it.
So
I love to see the comments.
you used her. You just did. All you did was you're next to her.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just put her in my background. I was like, sweet white lady. Go ahead, tell it, because she was like, we all knew what we got ourselves into, but we wanted because it was so many people on payroll from him. So like that's why they wanted. Well, I hope my phone don't die. I didn't plan on using my phone. I was gonna use my computer. But yeah, so I was just like, it's really good. I just did it last night. I saw it first, and it's a 10-minute. It's a 10-minute video.
I'm gonna go. It's a 10-minute video.
It's like almost 10. It's a long video, and I mean, she is going. I mean, when she go from A to Z to Z to D and F to G, I mean, this chick covers everything he has done.
Wow.
To be, and it's like we knew. But now they're talking about he's the number one front runner for presidential election 2020. Yeah. Are we for real, people? Are we not all seeing the same mirror? Like, I'm not one that's big on like politics and trying to get into who this, that, and the other. But when you see something, you gotta believe it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't like to get into politics because that's one area. I feel like people, if you believe whatever you believe, they very rarely are going to change that belief. That's what I've noticed.
Yes.
If then for our former president, they're going to stay with him. It's like riding a horse in a race.
Yes.
That's the horse you riding, and you're going to stay with that horse.
Yeah.
And that's what I've noticed. And I don't try to convince people.
No, absolutely not.
Anything.
I don't either. Like. That's your business.
Exactly.
I know what I see. And I know what I believe and what I'm gonna do, and I don't tell nobody nothing. I never even have, like, when we were going through the see, I'm just running out. The elections. Sorry, my brain I be thinking too fast. When we were going through the elections last time, oh girl, I cut all kind of people out of conversations because I'm like, yo, I don't want to talk about that, whatever, because I still want to like you tomorrow. So it's best for us to stay friends. We don't even bring this into a conversation because it made you start looking at people a whole lot different. Like, whoa, I always felt that way. I had people that was posting stuff on their own social media that I've known for years, and I'm like, oh, so that's how you feel? Oh, okay. Oh, so I'm the exception to the rule because I'm your one black friend. That's amazing. Nice to know that now.
Yeah.
Well, you're one of many of my friends. I have all races of friends. So I
Right.
can't say you're my one pin friend, but I can see how you. Oh, well, no, Harmony, you're not like that. Oh, I'm not like that. That's quite
Wow.
interesting. So, what does like that mean? I once had a lady that offered me. I'm not even joking. I had a coworker that asked me to come to a party. She invited me to her party down in Orange County, and she was like, "Oh, it'd be so amazing. You should come." And you know me, I'm a very social person, so I'm like, "Yeah, I'll come." So, girl, no matter. This girl waited to about 4 days before this party, and she said, "Oh, I just want to warn you." That already got me alarmed when you said warn.
Warm.
She
Uh-huh.
said, "I wanted to warn you. So some of my friends are not so accepting." And then I was like, "Accepting of what?" Well, I'm very accepting of having friends from different cultural backgrounds. So you're saying to me, you're inviting me to be there with a bunch of people that don't accept me because I'm a thing to accept. I'm
No,
not a piece of
she's
paper, girl.
uninvited. No, she's uninviting you. That's what
Yes,
that
because
was.
that was
Yeah.
that was she just wanted me to not be surprised. I said, well, you know what? How about I don't accept the offer of your party anymore, and actually, I don't even accept us even talking anymore. That's just to be the truth because you could have told me this a long time ago. So that makes me the one exception to the rule. But you're my friend. No, we're not friends because friends would never put a person in that type of situation.
Yeah.
And I worked with the girl for probably another 5 years. I never spoke to the girl again. I was like, I'm good. I'm good because I'm not anyone's option. If I'm not the main course, then I'm not an option. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think that somehow in there, I don't even know the answer to that. But to disinvite you, because that's what that was. Here it is. She's all excited. Then why is it that they have to come at all? Why is that? You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
What was she? The choice was between
The
you and
unaccepting portion of the people. Like why, they
why
have
is
to be
it
there.
that why were they invited at all?
Exactly.
That's the question that I
Yeah,
would have.
exactly. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna go take myself to a Ku Klux Klan affair. Like, come on now. I ain't gonna invite myself to have dinner with these type of people. Never mind. Because I'm like,
Right,
no,
tell
thank
you.
you. Thanks,
Well,
but no thanks.
I understand. Well, I
Get
know
poisoned.
too, your background. I mentioned about because it's in finance. Is there
Yeah.
anything you can share with our audience of how, because the world is changing, as we know, the interest rates are, even though they're up, people don't realize. I'm just how old I am. I remember when the interest rates to buy a house was 13%.
Wow. Yeah.
13%.
Yeah.
I remember those days. So even though they're high now, believe it or not, I've seen them a whole lot higher.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What advice would you give someone if they're interested in purchasing a home or just purchasing your second home?
From what
Um,
I from what I understand, I'm not in real estate, but working in the
okay.
banking industry, and I'm seeing all the rates constantly keep going up. The one thing that I feel strongly about is making your money work for you. First and
Okay.
foremost, you always got to make your money work for you, not
Right.
you work for it.
Right.
And by working for you is making sure that you save enough to have more than what is required of the down payment. So then you're paying less interest on the back end of the whole loan.
Right.
Because most people are like, well, all I need is 10%. I would shoot for 15 to 20% because you want to be able to pay down a whole bunch of that loan before you even really get started into these 30 years.
Right.
Because it sounds good right now, but it ain't
Right.
gonna sound too much good 15 years from now. You still be like, I got about 15 years at this 25% rate. This ain't working for me.
Yeah.
So I'm really a firm believer about making your money work for you. I just got to having this conversation with my daughter, my 19-year-old.
Uh-huh.
She had got a refund from school, and she was like, "Oh, mom, oh, I'm getting $4,000," and I'm like, "Oh, perfect." That's amazing. We're definitely going to put it into a high yield savings account. We're not going to put it into some little 0.01% interest rate savings
Yeah.
account. I said, you want to see your money working for you. She's like, but I want to spend the money. I said, this is what we're going to do. We drafted up a plan because
Uh-huh.
mom paying for school. So I could just say, oh, girl, thank you for the money back. But
Mhm.
I'm not that kind of mom. I'm
Right.
preparing for a future. So I said, well, what we're going to do is we're going to draft up a plan. And this is
Uh-huh.
how much we're going to put. And credit unions are where it's at. Honestly, I get the best interest rates by being at a credit union. My credit union now
Wow.
have like a 4% interest rate on a CD, a short-term CD too. Um, the bank
Wow.
that
I
I
didn't
work
know
at,
that.
yeah, credit unions is where it's at. And also too, I tell anybody that's trying to build their credit, one thing I can just give a plug for, I love Altura Credit Union. They have a credit builder program. It's called a builder loan. Let me tell you, I helped one of my clients. He was young, had no credit. I explained to him, we talked everything about credit, but I explained to him, get this builder loan for 1 year. So the thing about builder loans is that like Altura, they'll give you $1,000 loan, right? So they
Mhm.
don't technically give you the money. They put the money into a CD. So you're earning interest on that CD for 1 year. You pay $84 a month, but it reports to your credit as you took out $1,000 loan. So you have a term loan on your
Wow.
credit. So what it does is every month it's building credit. So then after
Right.
1 year, guess what? You get the $1,000 cash and the interest that it earned. So you save without trying to save. That's making your money work for you. Honestly,
Wow.
that
I
is a
like
tip.
that.
I don't even work for Altura, so they I don't work for them, but
It
I love
feels
them.
good to know. That's good
Oh,
to know.
it's any credit union that has a builder program, go for it because it's forcing you to save
Right.
without saving, but you're helping your credit and you're saving. And you could do longer terms. I think at Altura you can go up to 3 years. So if you're saving for a big purchase, that's the
Right.
best way to do it. And it reports to your credit every single month. So this young guy, I give you his story because he was 18, had no credit. I got him to get a secure Visa card. I said, listen, have to pay this secure Visa, only go buy a couple meals, pay it off. Couple meals, pay it off.
Right.
So he listened to everything. His mom came. She said, he listened to everything you said. He don't listen to me. But Miss Harney, he listened to me. And then he got his builder loan. So I told him because he wanted a new car. And I said, well, interest rates for you as a new buyer is going to be so high. This is what I suggest you do.
Right.
And he did it for 1 year. He came back to me. He was 19. That boy had a 750 credit score in 1 year. He went
Wow.
from 0 to 750. So now he's credit A, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to get him his first car loan. And he got a better interest rate than he would have got as a first time buyer because that's where most banks get you. Oh, you're a first time buyer. That's why we're going to give you 12%, 15%. At the
Right.
credit union, girl, we got him a 4% at 19 years old. First time
Wow.
out. Yes.
That, let me give I'm giving a clap on that. That
Yes. We have to teach
was,
our young people.
but then I think you need to teach all people. I've never even heard of this. So I'm listening to
Yes.
you going, wow, it makes so much sense.
Yes. This is the road that I have my daughter on. I did the exact same thing I have this young man doing. She has two credit cards and they're both paid in full every month. Her credit score is at a 7. She's 700 and she's 19. I was like, you're not going to have bad credit because this is what I should have been taught when I was 19.
But we did I
We
think
were not taught this.
no.
And now that I'm like, your mama is in finance and you will not go bad because if you want to purchase a home, this is how you're going to get there. My brother purchased his first house because my grandfather taught him the game. My brother still to this day has excellent credit. He bought his first house at 23
Wow.
and he owned that house for 20 years. And he just bought another house in Canyon Lake, his second home. That's
Wow.
all
That's
because
wonderful.
he
I'm just
learned.
sitting here. I'm in awe because I've never heard of this before. I'm not saying it hasn't existed. I wasn't aware of it, but I'm
Yeah.
sure there's somebody else here who wasn't aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
And these are things we can help young people. These are things we help anybody
Yeah.
with how to build good credit.
How to, yes, and I'm just telling you, if you have a credit union, if you don't have a credit union, get with somebody that's with a credit union. But Altura, they're good. If you live in Riverside or San Bernardino County, you can get an account there. That's all you have to do. That's the requirement, to live in San Bernardino or Riverside counties.
Right.
And realistically, go in there and say, and they don't even run your credit to give you a building loan. How about that? They don't run credit at all to do that.
Wow, this is good to know.
Yeah.
And I already there's already an account there. I'm just trying to think. I just never knew about this. I never.
Yes,
nobody.
It's not heavily advertised. That's the
no.
thing. Like,
I've never.
Everybody should know about this. This is like something that could help everybody. Even if you have good credit, you still just helping to save money. Like, I'm saving money. I'm forcing to save my money, and after 1 year, they just put the money right in your checking account, and you get interest on it. Hello, wait a minute. I'm not paying you interest. You giving me interest?
It's like.
It's a no-brainer, right?
I tell you, and then I mean, I don't know, 4%. I don't know if that's the going rate or is that I don't know.
That's right now. I was just looking at Navy Federal was one of my credit unions. I think it was a rate of like 4.24 right now. When the bank that I work at, we had a 5.5 not like a couple months ago, and we were like, wait a minute, is the bank going down? What is going on? Why why these interest rates are so high? Because the banks need the money to put in on the stock market. So they trying to get everybody to put their money down up in there, and we're going to pay you to hold on to your money. Well, if you're going to pay me to keep my money, it's a win for me and a win for you. Okay, let's do it. Because at least I'm getting something out of this, you know. Right, and you can most people don't even know, you can open up a CD like with Navy Federal. You can open up a CD as low as $50. So if you got kids and grandkids, because that's what I did when my daughter got her graduation money. That was her first loot of money we put into a CD. So now when she just got that other money, I put it into a high yield savings, and then I put about 1,000 of it into her CD. Because I'm like, no, we're not going to just blow this money. No, we need to make some money on that. I'll let you blow the interest in a year.
But she's a first-year college student?
Second year now. She's a sophomore at Cal State LA. Yes.
All right. I tell you, I met her. Her. She's a beautiful young lady. Beautiful.
Thank you. I'm proud of that little youngster. She get on my nerves. But what child don't get on your parents' nerves?
I love it.
And some people's like, you're so mothering. I said, hello. God gave her to me, not me to her. I'm supposed to be mothering. I'm supposed to be the manager of her life. Hello. Mm-hmm. I don't even understand what that means. I'm too mothering.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I had someone tell me that. I was like, well, that's why your child was down here doing da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, because you didn't mother. But that's the difference between me and you. Yeah. No shade.
You are too funny.
No shade.
Well, okay, go on.
I'm the architect of her life.
I want to ask you too about the passion party. Is it passion?
Oh no, bedroom candy party. So bedroom candy is a luxury line of intimate products, and I am an intimacy coach. So I've been doing this solid for 11 years, right? You know, Candy Burris, everyone that may know her by the name, she was from the group Escape, and she's been on Atlanta's Housewives and all of that. She's an amazing boss. But I really love passion, right? And intimacy. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I've done parties for bishop's wives down to the regular common lady that's like, hey, my sex life sucks. I need help. And all I do is I just, help you to figure out how to bring the passion in your relationship. And not always toys, as they call them, because we call ours massages, because they luxury line. They're not no cheap stuff that you find at the, Jack and Jill shop on the corner. But massaging is such a passionate way to bring more passion into your life. Intimacy, making a dinner that has aphrodisiac foods in it can bring passion into your life. So that's one of the things I've been doing. I do the parties. I have a team. I have one of the largest teams in California, actually.
Wow.
Because I was the first one in California selected for the California team. And so it's one of those things I'm really passionate about. I love what I do. I'm not ashamed of what I do at all, because I've had to explain that to someone before. Like, if so-and-so and so-and-so was having sex with so-and-so and so-and-so, they wouldn't be out here getting this person, that person, and that one. We'll keep your marriage happy. I'm not breaking marriages up. Only thing I'm doing is helping marriages stay together. Because you just got to figure out what works. Because as we all know, relationships get stale. They do. They get real stale. They can get so stale. You be like, yeah, you're just a friend. But I'm married to you, but you're my friend. I like you,
Right,
but
right,
I don't like you like that.
right,
So
right,
yeah,
right.
I love what I do when it comes to that.
Good.
That's a passion of mine that I've been doing for quite some
Well,
time now.
I was reading your bio and I said, the lady is, I think I even told you, I said, I'm just so impressed with so many. It's so, but then we talked about, we're both creatives.
Yes,
You're
I'm
creative.
creative.
There is no staying in just this. It's
No.
multiple things that
Yes.
you're doing.
Multiple lanes. I got lots of lanes, girl. I got cups and stuff I create too. I create whatever comes to my mind. I'm going to put my mind to it and I'm going to do it. It's just, even if I only make it one time,
Yeah,
I did it.
I
I
love it.
tested it.
Did
I
you have one of your
did it.
cups with you?
Yeah, I actually do. Wait, let me see. So here's one that I just recently did. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, is it? Am I on camera? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
you're on
So
camera.
this is one that I did.
Wow.
It's one of the. It's like a Louis Vuitton inspired because
Uh
I'm
huh.
not saying it's Louis Vuitton, so I don't want anybody to get me in trouble. But it's not. I can't see if I can. You can see it because I'm
No,
moving
we
it.
can see
Okay.
it. We can see it.
Yeah, this
Uh
is one
huh.
of the cups that I recently made. And then I
Wow.
have one. Let me see. I have one. This one
I
is
like
for
this pretty. You
breast
got the
cancer.
you got the bling bling going on it.
That one has the bling bling. And then this is another one for breast cancer awareness.
Okay.
And then that's another one. It's one of the that one. So I just like right now I'm getting ready for the holidays. And then I'm a thick girl, so I did this one.
Oh, that's
Can you see it?
cute.
I can't. I don't know if you can see it, but
I
I
can
don't know
see
the
it.
way I'm looking at it. Thick girl magic, it says, because this is for the thick girls.
I love it. I
Slim
love
thick
it.
is what they say, but yeah. So I just make whatever I do, shirts, cups, customize everything. When I just did my Diamond Diva when we went to Napa, I made all the swag for us. They were like, "Wow, Harmony!" I did bags, shirts, just everything. I cut. We even had personalized wine glasses. They were just so impressed. And for me, I love to give, so it wasn't like I charged them. I'm like, no, this is my gift to you because you trusted in me to create a trip that you didn't know how this was going to turn out. When I told you how much it was, you were like, okay, let's go.
It sounds like it was wonderful.
It was
It
amazing. I
does.
can't
It
wait till our
really
trip
does.
next year. We're going to do a cruise in April to Bahamas
Oh, she
next
said
year.
we got we have other people that have joined. I didn't even know. I haven't gone back. So we have some. We're down to 3 minutes. So we have.
Oh,
Let me go real quickly. Gwen. Okay, and Gwen said, okay, Henrietta. Oh, Henrietta. Hi, Henrietta. That's my cousin. She's in
hi.
Washington D.C. Hi,
Oh, I'm
Henry.
coming to DC in December. I'm taking my daughter on tour for Howard.
And she said, thanks, Harmony. That's what
You're
she said. Thanks,
welcome.
Harmony. And then she said, Amen. That's what she was saying. And then we have our executive producer, Oliver. His comments are, hi, Harmony. Thank you for joining the show. You are a wealth of knowledge. Looking forward to having you back on other topics.
Absolutely. Welcome me back anytime. I'll be back. I always got something to say.
And this is Kathy. Kathy says, hello. Hi,
I
Kathy.
know Kathy from Facebook, girl. Yes,
All
we know
right.
that.
And she said, and Henrietta said, what was the name? And said, what was the name of your, for the passion
Oh,
product?
it's Bedroom Candy. So if you want to know the website, it's www.bedroomcandy.com, and then it's /189. That's my actual website. And then the
Okay.
Queen Hustleette, Elaine says, Builder's Loan, great info. Thank you, Miss
Uh-huh.
Harmony. The Queen Hustleette made. Oh, thank you. Happy Labor Day too.
I know. Thank you, Elaine. Now, this is a lady when it's kind of far as scholarships, like for your daughter, you want
Mm-hmm.
to get in touch with this lady. She is a
Okay.
wealth of knowledge for
Oh,
scholarships.
yes.
And Henrietta, she's laughing out loud, and she said, "Call me, okay, Henry. I'm gonna give you a call. I will make sure because we're down to 1 minute.
Okay.
So, really, did you have anything quick to add before we go?
Well, we didn't talk about my other passion, but it's okay. You can see my bio because I am actually
Oh,
building a
you're coming
brand.
back. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, I'm building my little brand. That's how we met was through the CDC, visiting a loved one in prison, and
That's
I'm
true.
building a brand, a fresh start fund for him, and that's going to be launching mid September. So I'll come back and let everyone know about his brand because it's to help him fresh start when he comes home. But anybody that wants to follow me, you can follow me on my Instagram at Miss Harmony. That's MS and HARMONY one at Instagram. That's my main page. And then if you want to get to my Queen Hustleette, then you can get there. And if you follow me on TikTok, I'll give Mary all of my handles. So I look
Okay.
forward to meeting you all again. And I had such a great time. Thank you for the
Thank you,
opportunity.
Harmony.
You're
I know
welcome.
I don't want the show to cut off, but it will cut off if I don't if I don't let. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye.